Hi there. Today I'm going to show you how to make a cookie cutter using Tinkercad. So I'm going to start here with a new design. I'm going to go ahead and rename it and put my name first and cookie cutter. And I'm going to do a fairly simple one, but you can make them as complicated as you like. However, you may notice that the more complicated it is, the less cookie cutter space you have. So let me try it with a fairly simple shape. I'm going to take a star and put it right here. Now I could add things to it. I could take things away. I could group things together and make it however I want. So just for the sake of making something, I'll put a little like cone on top of my star here and place them together, make sure they're stuck together. There we go. All right, now I'm going to group those together. So I selected A, I pressed Control A, and then that selected everything. And now I'm going to go up here to the group tool, group it together. Okay, so now I have this shape that I'm going to make a cookie cutter out of. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to export this. So I'm going to go over here to export, and I'm going to send it as a SVG. I'm going to save it like that. So then it's now saving. Now it's pulled it up here into my downloads up here. So I'm going to move this aside because I'm kind of done with that for right now, actually. And I'm going to import a file. Now I'm going to go back up here to where my file was just saved, and I'm going to pull down that cookie cutter and put it in there and press import. Now it's importing as a different type of file. It still looks the same, it's just a different type of file. Now I can do some things with it that I couldn't do with the one that I originally created. You'll notice that it's all grouped together as this interesting shape, kind of looks like a person. Now I'm going to copy it. So I'm going to duplicate this. I'm going to make sure this is clicked on. I'm going to go over here to duplicate. I could also press Control D. And now I have two of these shapes. All right, I'm going to start with one shape. And I'm going to go over here. And I'm going to change some things about it. The first thing I'm going to change is I'm going to change this fill mode. I'm going to change it from the default setting to outer line. And you'll notice that when I did that, it just shows the outer line. It's kind of cool. And I want the corners not to be sharp. I want them to be round. So that kind of smoothed it out a little bit. Yeah, nice. Then I'm going to change the height on one, and I'm going to leave the height the same on the other. So I think I'll change the height on this one. I'm going to change it to 1 millimeter. And I'm going to change the line width to 10 millimeters. Okay, so height is 1, line width is 10. On the other shape, I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to put the height is 10 and the line width is 1. So when I do that, if I change my view, I can see I've got a very thin cookie cutter. All right, I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to change it, and I'm going to change it from default to outer line again. I want to make sure that I change this also to round if I want them to be the same. Then I change the height from, oh, actually this height is going to say 10. And this line width is going to be 1. And press enter. It's going to change some things around, and you'll notice there is my cookie cutter. Now I'm going to put them together. Put one right on top of the other. And because I want to make sure that they're both exactly the same, I'm going to select both of them. So I'm going to drag this box around them. Make sure I've got two shapes selected, and then I'm going to use the align tool here, and I'm going to make sure they are lined up exactly. There we go. Now, when I look around, it looks like they are lined up. So this is my cookie cutter upside down, right? So when I would actually use the cookie cutter, I would flip this over, and then this part right here is the part that will cut the dough, and this would be the part that I hold. I'm going to group those together, and now I have my cookie cutter. Now this one I could either leave here or I can delete, doesn't matter, but I have my finished cookie cutter. If you have a shape where it would be backwards like this, if I cut, then whatever I wanted to make would be backwards, I can flip this over so that it's the opposite way now. So I'm sorry, what did I just do? I didn't do that. I tried to undo something. I could flip it. Let's see, where's the flip tool? Oh, there it is, right there. The mirror tool. So I could press the mirror tool and I could flip it this way. I could flip it this way. Okay, whatever I need to do to make it how I want it to be. Okay, so that is how you make a cookie cutter.